The market finally moves and it's a drop. Is the selling over? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that we were looking for the market to make a decision as it had been consolidating for about a week, and it finally did, giving us a drop and then giving us a little bounce into the close. So now the question is the selling over? I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, before we jump into the chart, I've been talking about the indicator that I have created. You can see it here on the screen. And this indicator is an algorithmic indicator, and it is absolutely crushing the market. We were 4 for 4 on trades today and absolutely killed it. You can see on the screen, you get the buys and the sells. There's other stuff on here, too, that I'll put on in a second. It just kind of makes it a little cluttered when we're trying to do a view of how the indicator works. You can see you get the sell signal here, and you get a really, really nice day trade sell. Here, you get a buy, and you'll see that you stop out really quick on the bad signal. So you get a buy. The algorithm says, hey, this ain't working out. You get a stop out. It was looking for a buy. This one ends up being a small winning trade. And then you come down. They set up a buy for a small winning trade, and then we don't trade into the close like this. It's too close. As you move on to the next day, we get a really nice buy signal here that comes back up into this sell. Stops out very quickly. Comes back up. Really nice sell signal here for a win. And then a buy into the close, or a buy up that fails. We stop out, and then they give us the buy that just absolutely crushes to the top, and a sell that absolutely crushes to the bottom. So what you can see here is this indicator is looking for the big moves. You can see over here today, caught the sell at the top at the very first bar of the day on the 5-minute chart. It caught this buy here on the way up, this sell here on the way down, and this sell here on the way down. So we had 4 trades. We won all 4 of them today. And you can see the monster moves. You don't miss the big moves with this indicator. While you may get some stop outs, that's every trading style and every trading indicator you'll ever see. You just don't miss the really big moves. And these big moves, this is 567 up to 570.89. A $3 day trade is enormous, guys. And you got this one off of 573. It initiated, you get in, and all the way down to 565. That's an $8 day trade. It actually put in a buy here, so you would have got down to 566. Still a $7 day trade. These trades make your whole month, just like this. These 2 trades can make your whole month, and then you get these stop outs until you get the next big trade. This indicator is crushing. It will be available to the public soon. You can get it. If you get into my group, you can get access to it there. But as of right now, it is not available. I am adding a few extra things. One thing I did want to show you is it does have stops. So if you put up your settings, I just don't have them on here, your long stop and your short stop. You can see on this buy that fails, you get a long stop on the very next candle. You're out immediately. The algorithm knows, hey, this ain't working out the way we expected. Let's get out of the trade. So you're losing quick and you're winning big on these trades. So stay tuned for that. It should be out here very soon. For now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so we did get a move down yesterday, but nothing has really changed on the chart. We are still over support. Now the question is, which wave 2 are we getting? We are looking at this now as a potential 1, 2, 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and then a breakout and 3 of 3. Where we'd break out, they'd need to break over 58.91 to confirm this. 58.50 would be our first confirmation, and then 58.91 would tell us we're likely in a direct move to at least 59.58, but more likely 60.24. That would be our first potential path. They have to hold 57.12 for this path to stay active, and any move that holds 57.12 and comes back up over this high would be considered a breakout and a potential run to the 6,024 area. The second potential path would be that we're in a bigger wave 1 and looking at a bigger wave 2. So wave 1 would have topped here, and we're just getting started on wave 2, where we get an A, B, C down into the 5,600 region to 5,560 region. This would be our target area for that wave 2. Then we'd look for a wave 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and a breakout. And this would still target over all the same areas. So we're looking at 61.73, 62.40, assuming the bulls can hold support and buy back up. These would be the areas we'd look for this continuation pattern. So which wave 2 are we getting? Are we getting wave 2 of 3 that holds 57.12? Or are we getting a bigger wave 2 that comes down towards 5,600 to 5,560? Now, the only bear case is, we talked about this, that 58.50 was the target originally for our topping pattern. However, it doesn't appear that that's going to play out exactly the way we thought. And that's not anything different with Elliott Wave. You just adjust to what you're given, and then you have your targets. As long as we're above support, pressure is up. And that support is that 55.60 area. So it is possible that this is a fifth wave completing. It needs to stay under 58.50. And then we'd look for a breakdown below this 55.60 area. Anything below 55.60 starts to become a warning for the bulls, and we'd look for a much deeper pullback after that. So 55.60, the key number to the downside for anything bearish. Anything over that starts a rally, we would look much higher toward the 61, 6200 region. Over on the NASDAQ, we have the same type of setup. Now, the interesting thing about the NASDAQ, as we've talked about, it has been weaker overall. This high did reject the 764. It does have a potential for this to be a B wave top and starting C down. However, as of right now, it doesn't look that way with this type of pattern. It does look corrective to the downside. Can that morph into a diagonal? Of course it can, but that's not a common occurrence, so we wouldn't put much stock into that just yet. What we are looking at is similar to the ES, where you have a 1-2-1-2 pattern. This 1-2-1-2 would need to hold 19,783, 784, and break back up over yesterday's high. If it can do that, that would ignite a breakout and a squeeze that would likely take us up toward the 21,000 region, but 20,770 as a minimum target. So 20,770 would be our first target, or 760, I should say, and then 21,056 would be our natural 1-2-3-6 target off of that pullback. So that would be the most bullish count on the NASDAQ. The other count, which I don't love because this wave one's pretty big, but it is a potential, is that this is a wave one. We'd be looking at this as a wave two to the downside into the 19,200, 19,100 areas. Anything below 19,000 would be a very big warning to the bulls that we could be starting a C wave down that would be a much bigger breakdown structure and start to break the April lows and make a much bigger corrective pattern. So 19,000 is going to be the area to watch for the bulls. They need to hold that area. As long as they can hold that area, this does remain bullish. But again, NASDAQ overall has been weaker than the ES. It's nowhere near its highs, whereas ES has just made new all-time highs, and NASDAQ is pulling back. So we need to keep an eye on NASDAQ, because if it breaks down, it will bring ES with it, and that's something that can happen very quickly. So NASDAQ does have similar setups. 19,000 being the support it needs to hold. As long as it can hold that, we would look for 22,000 overall. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It'll take you over to our webpage. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial, because I want you to get in there. I want you to become part of the trading team. Make sure it's for you. Make sure it's what I say it is. Before you ever spend a penny, you can cancel at any time. You literally have nothing to lose by checking us out. We also have our educational material, our Elliott Wave 4 Beginners online course, as well as our advanced Elliott Wave course. These courses are helping traders understand this complex market in a way that makes sense. In our advanced course, we go over very complex patterns such as triangles, flats. We go over how to trade Elliott Wave. We go over double and triple threes, diagonals, advanced fib levels. We make sense of complex patterns in the complex market. We do it in bite-sized chunks. These are about 10-minute videos on each dynamic of Elliott Wave and how to understand it, so that when these patterns present themselves, you aren't confused by the ever-changing market. As you can see on the screen, our traders are loving it, but if this is too advanced for you, or you are looking for a beginning course, we have our Elliott Wave 4 Beginners online course. This course is helping real traders make real money and finally understand the stock market in a way that makes sense. It can be so confusing when good news makes the market go down and bad news makes the market go up. And this is because the news cycles are garbage, and Elliott knew that long ago. He knew that key levels mattered, and the key levels we give out consistently return, and that's what gives you a huge advantage over the rest of the market. This course is 25 videos where we go through 3 parts. We go through your introduction, where we get you into the Elliott Wave course, the expectations, the KISS method, why this works, that kind of stuff. We go through the chart setup and tools, where we go through each of the tools you use with Elliott Wave, how we use them and why. And we also go through the Elliott Wave 4 Beginners area, where we go through each of the waves, how to measure them, how to find these key levels, how to know when they're working, when they're failing, the theory of alternation, the corrective depth theory, everything you need to know to understand this market in a way that makes sense. Now, the cool thing about these courses is if you want to get them both at a discount, we have our bundle pack for $37 off. You can get both courses. And if you want to pay nothing at all and get them for free, check out our monthly rooms, because they are included in this price. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. a midday video where I go through every chart that is given to me. We go through a big picture view. We go through the counts. We make sure everybody understands what we're looking at and why. And I think that call alone is worth the price of admission. We also go give you all of the training material you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing and day trade. So we do trade quite often in my room. Now, if you are looking for day trading or futures trading, individual stocks, advanced training, and income training, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, futures trading, income trading, and advanced training. His reduced risk binary method just crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price, gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures those trades that's so unique. Something you really have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account, trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. All right, our key takeaways for today on the ES 5712 becomes the number to watch. As long as they're above that, if they can rally back over the highs, we would be in a direct wave 3 breakout towards the 6,024 area. If they break through that, we're looking at a bigger wave 2 down towards 5,600 to 5,560. From there, we'd look for the bulls to buy and rally pretty strongly back up toward the 61 to 6,200 area. Over on the NASDAQ, the number to watch is basically yesterday's low, 19,783. If they break below that, we're in a bigger wave 2 or potentially even a breakdown. The number below that would be the 19,000 area, and the bigger wave 2 would be the 19,200 to 19,500 area. If they break back over yesterday's high, that would signal a squeeze and a breakout in a wave 3 that would ultimately target 22,000 overall. Guys, that is your update for today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.